Where's NIL heading?
Wow, you're goodbye. Uh, no, you know, I didn't get out. I didn't stop. Plus, I don't like the word get out. I didn't retire. Get out means like I wanted to escape for something.
Yeah.
Uh, I didn't retire because of the new environment in college sports. Uh, it would have been exciting to try to adapt to that because during my 40, 50 years, you have to keep adapting. This is the biggest adaptation, I think, in the history of college athletics. And I and it's not been coordinated. We don't have a leader. Uh, we don't even know who to call into a meeting to discuss what needs to be discussed. This has been 3 years now, Dan, and it shows the state of the NCAA 3 years ago, and the fact that it has not been able to do a damn thing in these 3 years. And instead of complaining about what it is, just accept the fact that this is a new time. And just because it isn't like the old doesn't mean it's not okay. This is what it is. And we should figure out how to do what it is in the best interest of everyone. And I think it's an exciting time if you had leadership and an organization to put your arms around it.
But NIL wasn't supposed to be a recruiting tool.
No, you're right.
But that's what it's become.
Well, because there weren't any guidelines. In other words, we should have anticipated. NIL, the intended consequences of NIL are pure. A youngster gets, because of their abilities, their talents, they get different opportunities. That's good. That's really good. But what we've done is we form collectives and to pay players, basically. Hey, that's the way it is right now. If there was a plan, there's never been a plan, So as a result, the entrepreneurial spirit of our country, of people, takes it to unintended consequences that I don't know are necessarily bad. Maybe we should have gotten there already. But instead of bringing everything back, let's say this is where it is right now. How can we organize it? How can it be transparent? If you ran the Knicks and I ran the Celtics, I know your pace. I know everything. And in college sports, you do not know that. There's no transparency. That I don't think that's good because then I don't trust you. You don't trust me.
But what you're saying, there should be transparency, that you should know what Clemson is spending or Notre Dame is spending.
In some way, yeah. Can we create, and maybe I would think that we could do that, but if not, what's the model? What model do we have?
That's the NCAA calling you right now, Coach.
Yeah, it's my agent saying, "What am I doing? What am I doing on this show? You're ruining your ability to attract people." No, the transparent. I think it's good for kids to make money. I think it's good.
But should we know how much they're making?
In some way, we should know that. But in some respects, they are independent contractors,
Yeah.
And so people say, do we bring them all under one umbrella, and are they paid by the university? It's complicated, but that's what leadership should figure out. That's what big business does. That's what countries do. That's what, but who is doing that?
So you have no faith in the NCAA right now?
Well, I haven't had faith in the NCAA for a long time, and
Just want to
but
clarify that.
but what I think is the NCAA is a really good organization. The thing the NCAA does the best is run championships for Division I, II, and III, and they run them out in an outstanding manner. There's probably a level of rules or something that keeps us all together that we could have. But like Charlie Baker has put out, maybe there should be this elite division, or basically saying, what is football going to do? Well, let's find out what football is going to do. And if there's going to be another division, what does that do to the other three divisions? In other words, you don't just throw out stuff without saying, if they do this, it will lead to this. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense to me. And we spend a lot of time now trying in Congress so that we are protected antitrust wise. And some of that is good, I think, but it's the purpose of it. If we protect it, let's go back to the old structure. See, I think we should restructure the NCAA. We should restructure college athletics, and then figure this thing out. What happens in the NCAA, in their transformation committees and all these committees, they're inundated with compliance people who are rule oriented, and they're good at that. Like, I have 10 rules and I'm going to make you obey them, or I'm going to punish you. That's not what we should be doing now. We should be, an entrepreneur doesn't think that way. And by the way, they should be an entrepreneur because they have this asset that's worth $1 billion that should be worth more if they negotiated it better. And it's a treasure. It's what makes the NCAA go. It's called the NCAA tournament. And we're in it right now because it started with all the conference tournaments to see who gets in.